I'm not gonna say her name, but if you see this, you left me with a huge gem.
Pray for me, guys gotta play for me. Me and them are not standing adjacent.
What's the deal, gang? Welcome back to a new YouTube video. Today is Monday, September 19th. It's your host with the most, your boy Dave. We are back with a new vlog. Today I will be taking you guys through a day in the life, regular schmegular Monday for me. What I do on my Mondays, how I get my week going, and how how I build that momentum to get the whole week going and whatnot. I want to take you guys through just my average day in the life. My Monday routine is real simple. I gym in the morning. I game plan the rest of my week as far as content goes. I get a haircut. If I gotta run some errands, I'll run errands. But that's what my Monday looks like, so why not bring you guys along with me to do so. I also wanted to address a comment that I got in my last video about journaling, because I have some insight on why and when and how I journal. I also want to show you guys something. I'll give you guys a sneak peek of what it is right now. Give you guys a sneak peek of what this is right here, and then I'll address it throughout the video. So let's get started. Like I said, my Mondays are real regular. I don't really do too much of like any content creating unless I'm filming something that's like motivational or like real inspirational that I want to post on Mondays. But my Mondays are really used for game planning. I know I should probably game plan on Sundays, but Sundays are my true Saturdays in a sense because I work on Saturdays. So I use Saturday as I use Sunday as my Saturday. I spend time with my girl. We relax. We either go on dates and stuff, the whole nine. Saturday we went on a date. We went to this spot called Joey Manhattan's. This dope little restaurant out here in LA. Super duper. I don't ever really recommend restaurants to people because I know people be talking about the price and the food and whatever, don't matter. But if you're in the LA area, if you're in like the Redondo Beach, Manhattan Beach area, Joey Manhattan's restaurant is really, really dope. The vibe is cool. It's a cool little like vibe. The food is great. The service is great. So we went on like a nice little date. Don't ask me while I'm sitting on my counter. When my girl see this, she's gonna be like, take your little funky ass off my counter. Like, bro, I'll clean this, all right. But yeah, my Mondays are real regular. Today, like I said, I'm going to the gym, or I went to the gym already. So I went to the gym already. Like a little right here. Went to the gym already. I got to go to the grocery store because I need to pick up some water. We have no water here for ourselves and for little homie Blue. So we need to get some water. I get my haircut at 1:30, so I'll tell you guys when I'm gonna get my haircut. And then we're gonna talk about journaling and whatnot. So I guess I can start the conversation journaling and just let it carry on through the rest of the vlog. But I started journaling in 2019, the end of 2019, early 2020. And my reason for journaling was really because I was harboring a lot of internal emotions from like real past situations, like past relationships, how things essentially unfolded in my life after I graduated college, and like so on and so forth. If you guys don't know, when I graduated from college in 2017, I moved back home for the summer. Then I moved away just because I was dealing with a lot of emotional stuff. My pops was going through his own stuff. My family was going through their own stuff. I was also the tail end of an old relationship, and I was going through a lot, so I moved away. I graduated, I moved back to California, then I moved right away. I left here, I moved to Florida for a year. Then from Florida, I moved to New York for a year and a half, and then I moved back home 2019. But my journaling, which again I picked up journaling from a 50 Cent podcast and just like YouTube videos I saw about healing and whatnot. I picked up journaling because I felt like I needed to get a lot of things off my chest, and I didn't have anyone to talk to about it because I really wanted someone who would understand what I wanted to say, and the only person who could was really me. So my first journal, which I've been through 4 journals now. My first journal was like my real deep journal where I got a lot of stuff off my chest, and I really just talked about what was going on in my head. I needed to get it on paper, so I knew it made sense. I knew I just wasn't tripping on some bullshit, which again, I was harboring a lot of pain. I went through a whole journal of just pain. What was bothering me day in and day out, how I felt first thing in the morning, what was I holding on to, the whole nine. So if I can answer a question for you guys on where to start journaling, if you're dealing with a lot of pain, if you're harboring a lot of things, if you're harboring a lot of things that prevents you from forward progress. And when I say forward progress, I mean like mental forward progress. That means like getting from this stage in your life and mentally preparing yourself for the next stage of your life. I'd recommend facing all the things that are bothering you, all the things that you're harboring up front. For me, it helped me to put it on paper. If you're to therapy, go to therapy. I'm not too fond of therapy. That's just my personal opinion. But journaling is my form of therapy. So again, if you guys are interested in beginning your healing process, because I feel like everyone does need to go through a healing process to become that next version of themselves. You know how like animals shed that first layer of skin to become more. I feel like as humans, we need to do the same thing as well because we go through a lot. Journaling helped me first and foremost heal from all my past traumas, understand a lot of my past traumas, so I can move forward the rest of my life. Because no one likes to sit and dwell on all the things and all the events that occurred way back in the day, you know, when you were 6 and little Jessica tripped you while you were going to the water fountain. Like, no one likes to trip on that. But again, people still deal with things that affected them early on, and they carry with them, and it sits in the back of their mind, and it molds them into the person that they are today. So my version of trying to heal myself so I can become more was just getting all my pain out on paper, all the things I felt about my family, my parents. It was hard too. Like, a lot of the things that I journaled about was really hard, and I was holding on to a lot of resent. So when I was able to like really release a lot of the things that I needed to say, just rereading it again, I was just like, damn, like I was holding on to a lot of pain, and a lot of my questions were answered within just rereading my journal. So that's why I started journaling and when I started journaling. But to carry on the journaling conversation, so someone in my last video commented and asked like, what's my journaling routine or like my journaling regimen. I think they saw it on my social media. They asked like, do I journal at night? Do I journal in the daytime? You know, what's the best time to journal? I don't have a journal regimen per se. I journal whenever I need to. I journal whenever it's convenient for me. If I'm gonna offer any advice to you guys about journaling or about like how to start or when to do it or like why to do it, I guess, my only piece of advice would just be to journal when it's convenient for you. You know, journal for a reason. Don't just journal because you see people doing it on social media. You know, I started journaling because I'm a terrible communicator, and journaling allowed me to see the things that I'm not good at, which one of them primarily was communicating. I don't know how to communicate with people. Well, at the time, I didn't know how to communicate with people the right way. So journaling was like my way of really communicating with myself, for example, you know. And as I learned to communicate with myself, as I learned to become more honest with myself, then I was able to communicate with other people, you know, hence my relationships with my girlfriend, my family, and that's what helped me, and that all stemmed from journaling. So to answer the general question, journal when it's convenient for you, you know. If I have any recommendations, journal before you go to bed so you're not sitting up at night, you know, thinking all these crazy thoughts. You know, journal first thing in the morning so you're not waking up in the morning on some bullshit, you know. But all in all, journal when it's convenient for you. Journal when you feel like you need to, when you feel like you're dealing with a lot and you just don't know how to express yourself verbally. That's when journaling becomes huge. So water is picked up. I got hella time, bro. I was thinking that I was gonna be outside for like a minute because my haircut appointment is at 1:30, but it's only 12, bro. So I'm gonna head back home and kick my little feet up for a little bit, and kind of dig deeper into this whole journaling conversation. But just to answer that question, I gotta do a better job remembering people's like subscriber names or, you know, social media handles so I can answer the question for you. But whoever asked that question, it's in the comments of my last video. I don't journal particularly at a certain time. For me and my schedule, journaling works better when I journal first thing in the morning. I do at times journal in the morning and at night if I just need to, if I feel like, you know, I'm feeling a certain way, or just if I just want to get things off my chest, or if I just want to start. Again, that's another topic that's another topic that I want to dig into when I get back to the crib. But to answer the question, I journal primarily in the morning. I do journal at night, but majority of my journals come first thing in the morning, and it's the way I start my day. It's routine for me, and it works for my schedule the most because I'm up early. It's quiet early. I have time to really dig deep into my thoughts, into my manifestations and stuff, which I'm gonna get into when I get home. So let's go home and then we'll talk about it again. All right, back at the crib. I just put the water away. So just to paraphrase what I talked about when I was in the car, or when I was in Walmart actually. My first stage of journaling was like healing again, and my routine with that at the time was really journaling in the morning. So early on, I really only journal in the morning. Just to answer your question about my transition of journaling, I only journaled first thing in the morning. I would get my ass up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I would meditate or practice meditation because I didn't have it down early. So I'd practice meditation. I would lay there for like 10 minutes and think like, fuck, like I can't even focus on trying to focus. But I would get up at 4 in the morning and I would journal. I would write down how I felt that current moment, what was on my mind, which again at the time was like what I was dealing with. And then when I got over what I was dealing with, I went backwards based upon the events that caused the most trauma. So for me, after I got done journaling with my past relationship and that whole situation, I went back right before I moved away from college. And from there, I went back to things that happened in college. And from there, I went back to things that happened in high school. And then I went down a slippery slope to where I could just not remember anything anymore. I couldn't think back far enough. And then my second level of journaling, like the level 2 of journaling for me, was like intentional change and affirmation. I needed to learn more about what being affirmative was about my words, what having intent behind the words does for you, and how that can change your life and how that can transition you from where you are to where you want to be. And that's kind of the lane I've been in for the past 2 years, which is like intentional change and like affirming that what I'm writing about and what I'm visualizing happens, and it's gonna happen, and it's already happening. So when I said that in my last video, I actually had a few people on Instagram DM me, or like, bro, like I want you to talk more about manifestation and how that worked for you. And honestly, I don't know. Like, I don't know how it worked for me. For me, it was more like, it was like true, honest, genuine belief that what I'm saying is gonna happen, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That was for me. That was really truly how I see manifestation working. Is like, it's surety for me. And that's where I've been at for the past few years with my journaling. Has been like real affirmation based, real speaking situations and events and dollar signs and change and transformation into my current existence, into my current reality right now. And that's changed for me. But also, one thing I do have to say, which again, to each his own, but for me, I didn't see a change from the things that I wrote to my reality until I got rid of a lot of my habits, you know? Because a lot of people can say, I want to change. A lot of people can say, like, I want to change this about myself, but they're not willing to get rid of the habits to allow that change to take place. So that's what helped me the most. But that's where that second stage of journaling is for me, which is like intentional change and like affirming that the things that I want, the things that I visually see will happen. Not I hope to happen, but will genuinely happen. And that's where I am today. So to answer that question about like my journaling regimen and like what and how I journal, it started with healing. It's transitioned into like intentional change. Currently, my journaling is still affirmation based. It's still, you know, speaking positively about myself and about my situation, about others. But a lot of it is really like just me having a conversation with myself now, you know, like for the other day, for instance, I woke up the other day and I felt really good. I felt really positive. I felt really like grateful. Like, you know, when you wake up and you just feel like overwhelmed with like gratitude. That's how I felt. So that was my conversation to have with myself or with God, or, you know, whoever you choose to believe in. That was my whole journal session, which is like, look, like I feel good. You know, I'm grateful today. You know, the sun's shining outside today. You know, I just landed all these brand deals, and I remember a time when I was praying for this. I remember a time when I was begging to God and begging to whoever I believed in that I wanted this to happen because I deserved it, and now it's happening, and now I can show my gratitude and show my thanks for it. You know, I'm thankful because I'm still alive and I'm still able to chase a dream. So that's what I journal about now. You know, it's more like a conversation based, and then more affirmations at the end of it. Then I always sign my journal at the end. Sign it and date it, because I got to put my name on the things that I write about. Somebody close to me told me that if you really stand on the words that you say, you know, you'll never ever be unsure, or you'll never ever doubt how you feel. And I believe that to this day. You know, when he said it, I was like, damn, that's some real shit. So I don't know if you're gonna watch this. I'm not gonna say her name, but if you see this, you left me with a huge gem. But I sign all my journals at the end because I stand firm on what I say, and I'm not gonna renege or double back on things that I say, like, oh, I didn't mean it like that. Well, no, I did, because I wrote it in my journal. That's fucking a lot to talk about. My mouth is dry. Now I gotta go get a haircut. So I'm gonna go get my haircut. When I get back from my haircut, I'm gonna close this vlog out, but I'm also gonna show you guys something that I've been working on for a long time, because it wraps this whole conversation up. Before I leave, this was still supposed to be a day in the life video. Like, I still have shit I have to do after I get back from getting my haircut. I still got a game plan content for the rest of the week. I know off the top of my head that I have a couple fashion videos to shoot. I know I want to do a journal reel. I want to do like what I'm doing here about discussing my journaling, but I want to do it in real format for Instagram. I want to promote what I'm going to show you at the end of the video or whatever. So this is like a day in the life, bro. This is real, just casual. Like, I booked my haircut appointment in the process of me shooting this YouTube video. So I know I needed to get water. That was something that just kind of popped up, because I know we ain't had no fucking water in this house. So this is some casual shit, bro. I would love for my vlogs to be real casual and realistic. Not like I'm trying to do some shit in the day. Like, bro, some days I just really just be here chilling. Some Mondays when I don't have anything to do, when I'm already caught up, I'm prepped for the week. I got my content ready. I'm already got cleaned up to shoot my content throughout the week. Like, I really just be sitting here chilling on YouTube, watching other YouTubers, looking at content on Instagram, getting inspiration, or seeing how someone did sort of X, Y, and Z and whatever. But yeah, this is a day in the life. Let's go get my fucking haircut. God damn.
Oh, he's so beautiful, my Destiny's a sweet man.
You see it. You see. Not play with y'all. All right. So the haircut is done. The plan was originally just try to like strike a conversation with the OG, but he be in there playing these old like 80s black movies like Dynamite and all those old movies like that. So I didn't get to have no conversation with him, but cut came out nice and clean. Let's go back to the crib so I can show y'all real quick what I did, what I kind of created. I don't want to give away too. Let's go home. So I had this whole segment at the end of my last video that I wanted to share with you guys, but I figured let me just give this idea its own video and its own limelight, because I think it's really, really dope. I think it's something new. I feel like people don't really dabble into really assisting with mental health, and not saying that people don't help, but you know, people don't really add real tangible value to providing people with mental health tips outside of like, you know, doing your 1-2, doing your shadow work, whatever. But I created my own journal, you know. I created my own I am affirmation journal here, which will be available when I drop this video. This will be available on my website. How much, I don't really know just yet. I really just want to be able to leave my mark on the world, saying that I was able to help somebody get through the rest of their day, inspire somebody to become more than what they are, or inspire somebody to create something that they've always wanted to create. And this is my way of doing it. Again, I gotta give a shout out to my girl. She actually threw me the lob with the idea. She kind of hung it over my head too, I'm not gonna lie. Like when she gave me the idea, she was like, you should create a journal, you know? And I was like, she was like, you've shown how pivotal journaling has been to you. Why not give people a chance to feel that same feeling? And I'm like, damn, that's a great idea. And yeah, dude, this is this is something I can check off on my resume and say, like, I created my own journal. I gave people a route to be happy. I feel like at the end of the day, we all live a life that we want to essentially be happy with. We all want to be happy. We all want to overcome the trauma and overcome the things that we've been through in our own personal life. And there's nobody that can tell you how to do that. But at the same time, I do want to be the person to be able to help you start that process to grow. So again, I am affirmation journals. That's the whole reason why I had this whole damn video. You feel me? At the end of the day, outside of my like day in the life or like everything I do on a daily basis, journaling has been like immensely important to who I am today and who I am right now, and who I plan to become. And I owe a lot to taking the time to say I need to change and giving myself a route to change. So why not give you guys the same opportunity as well? So again, I Am Affirmation Journals will be available at some point in time when this video drops, which probably be this week. I want to drop this video by Wednesday maybe. So that means these go live on Wednesday, then they go live on Wednesday. Fuck it. If you guys do genuinely enjoy seeing the content and speaking with me or kicking it with me for the, you know, the 10, 15, 20 minutes of vlogs I put up, go ahead, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, share this channel with somebody else who wants a new fresh face on the YouTube, certainly on YouTube platform, whatever. My next couple videos will be, one will be techie. I want to get into like dabble into the iOS 16, the iPhone 14 a little bit, something I've never really done, which is like a tech video. So I'll get you guys tapped in with that. I'm going to do another video on my fashion. I want to dabble in a little bit more fashion for you guys too, and like how I structure my outfits and stuff like that. And then I'll wrap the third video up. So I'm giving you guys I'm giving y'all a true outline of what my next videos will be. And then the third video, by the time my third video be out, which again, that probably be in 2.5 weeks, I'll probably have a video about the Amazon deal and the Forever 21 deal, just for you guys who are asking for updates. And again, you guys show me fucking hella love, bro, and I appreciate that so much. I thank you guys for being so supportive and so just happy for me. It's weird. I'm not used to people being like genuinely happy for me, even if it's not genuine and you're just like saying happy for the fuck of like interaction. You know, I fucking appreciate you, bro. I appreciate it. I appreciate the engagement. I appreciate you guys giving me a platform to speak on and talk my shit and do whatever the fuck I gotta do and let me get my fucking off and all that stuff, bro. I appreciate it at the end of the day. So as always, it's your boy Dave, wishing y'all the best week and all that other shit y'all got going on. I'm gone.
Pray for me, God's gotta play for me. Me and them are not standing adjacent.